Video we want to explore the Kanban components in Solvace. Kanban components can be useful to manage multiple objects in different statuses. In this example, we have a Kanban component used for flexible line staffing. Every employee is visualized as a Kanban card and can be dragged and dropped into different statuses, like absent or on a certain line. By clicking the magnifying glass on a Kanban card, we can see more details like job description, job rotation ability, or set a color code. The name on the cards, which show in front, are called summary. When discussing the cards in a meeting, it is possible to add actions or issues directly to a card. When the card is no longer needed, we can either archive it or delete it. To add a card into our component, we just click plus. To create a Kanban component, let's go into editing mode. We just add a new component and select Kanban. We can see multiple items that we can define and a preview of what the Kanban will look like at the bottom. Let's start by giving the Kanban a name and decide whether we want to show the title or not. We can keep our Kanban cards positions in all the meetings that we share the component with by ticking the Share Items Across Meeting box. If we want to create a copy for each meeting, we tick the Copy box. To make our Kanban component fit to the style to the rest of our meeting board, we can change the background color or make it transparent. Next, we decide if we want the information on each card shown horizontally or vertically. For now, let's leave it on horizontal. After that, we define the number of steps the cards can go through. We can add a step by clicking the Add Step button. Each step has a title and a maximum number of cards. We can see the preview of the example that we've just created. And now let's design the layout of each card. Each Kanban card is built out of columns. A column has a title, a type such as a text, a number, a drop-down, etc. And we can define its width on the summary. We can also define if a title is shared across multiple meetings and therefore keeps the value, or if we want to copy its value from another meeting or leave it empty. We can also define if we want the title to show on the summary of the card, or only in the detailed view if we tick on the box. For now, let's start with a column called Status. We want to make it a drop-down menu with the options A, B, and C. The width shall be 20%. We don't want it to be shared across meetings or copied over, therefore we select Empty. Now let's add another column to the card called Description. We want the description to be plain text. You can see the width of this column is automatically set to 80% as it is the remaining amount of space on the card. Let's add a third column to the card called Progress. In this case, we want it to be a colored ball. We can change the colors of the options and we can add more options. The width is now set to 0% as it will not fit on the summary otherwise. When we change it to 20%, we can see that the total width goes over 100% and is red. We could reduce the width of the other columns, or we cannot show this one in the summary. Now we've added 3 columns. If we want to change the order, then we simply drag and drop them into the right position. Once we're happy with our component, we click Submit. We can now see our new Kanban component on the board. By clicking on the 3 dots, we can update dimensions or move it. When we go to our meeting, we can start using our Kanban component and add and update cards.